Steve Copeland, what's up, family? Steve Copeland, what's up, family? Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. 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 Steve Copeland from the Couch. I don't know why. I started singing that some years ago, and sound like it has a little rhythm to me. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. 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 Look, I'm on my TikTok, right? And I'm on my Restream as well. And if a lot of y'all is not familiar with Restream, you can get a Restream package, and it will, like, I'm in my dining room, and it will stream you to 30 other platforms. So I got the package for 8. So basically what I'm doing, on my Restream over here, what I do, I'm restreaming to YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. I've been trying to get my Instagram onto my platform, and I've been trying to get my TikTok onto my platform. So what I have to do, I have to get what's that URL number, and I have to get the stream key number to put into my Restream. So once I'm able to do that, I can just sit here and Restream to 8 platforms for right now, because that's the package I have. Now, as I begin to grow, I will start Restreaming like to overseas and stuff like that, like China, Africa. I'm Restreaming to Africa anyway. I just thought about that because of my live stream. I mean, because of my Facebook. When I'm on my regular Facebook page, and I'm Restreaming it to 2 of my Facebook pages, that's why I forget to repeat it. As I talk with people, so you can interact with me, right? Now, whenever you post on my TikTok, I'm reading whatever messages y'all might post here. You know, if you just say hi, I'm trying to interact with people either way, where if I'm communicating on TikTok, they can hear you over here on my Restream. And if you ask a question, see, I can say it here, and they'll hear it over there. And even if they want to respond back, that's fine. And that's the whole goal, y'all, is to grow my TikTok, to grow my Restreams, period. Now, I'm not your average person that come on here and want to make jokes and stuff like that. No, I like to talk about stuff. So the goal is to get better as time go on, where I'll have everything under one, and we can actually come on and talk a little bit about any and everything. You know, I'm a very open-minded person. At least I think I am. I try to share from a level of personal experience, not basically based around my opinion, but I don't mind if whatever I say, if you have like some great ideas, and because you know, I don't have all the answers. You know, um, I made and I talk about life. I talk about life issues, whatever that's going on. You know, I was listening to, because I'm on like TikTok and all of this. I have YouTube, so I get notifications for basically all my channels. I have like about 15 platforms, and all day long, that's all I do. I go through them, and I go through my my Facebook pages, my Google pages. People send me notifications. People want to send me naked pictures, so I block them and all that because I ain't for that. I ain't trying to be smart, ladies, but the heck I want to go look at your body for. Then I turn around and get horny as hell, and I'm over here playing with me. I'm not. Look, I never was that type of person. I would say a porn star type of person. Go to somebody. I say porn star. Go to somebody's page and want to look at you, and then I'm getting all aroused, but I can't have what I'm looking at. I don't care for stuff like that. I don't care for stuff I can't touch. You know what I mean? I can't actually get. I don't. Now I don't care how you or other men see stuff. I just don't care for it. If look, if it's something that desire me, right? Your porn or you as an individual, I'm coming for the individual. I don't want to just see your hoopy coopy and all of a sudden it's like I'm there and I can't, enjoy myself. No. I want to touch and feel and so I made a comment on TikTok, right? If you want me to come to your private page, please don't do it because I'm gonna delete you. And y'all do it anyway. And then when I go over to my Instagram and I go on the side where it says request and all of that, I'll be getting hundreds of them. You know what I do? Delete. And once I push delete, I'll be doing it about 5 times for it to clear off. Because so many females want you to come to their private pages and all of that. And look, don't, if you take it personal, that's your business. But your self-esteem to me, women-wise, and then you want to sit back and talk about I want a godly man, but you over there showing off your body. I don't find nothing godly or spiritual about you doing that. Where it's like you want the attention of the men. I don't find it cute. And be honest, I'm looking for somebody special. So why would I want you to show me all of that? Give me something to look forward to. If you got a beautiful body, I see it. That's the attraction. I don't care how intelligent you is. I don't care how smart you is. It's the physical part we see first. And when we see that, that's what attracts us. Wait a minute, I need to get my glasses, man. I need to get my glasses. I got glasses, but I need to get something to bring the smaller stuff up even more. So I'm just saying this because, ladies, one, it's the physical attraction we see. It's the physical part of you that we see. That's what attracts us to you. Now, I can tell you right now how Steve Copeland is. I'm 62. I don't date women my age. I'm trying to grow up. But guess what? If you in your 50s, that's cool. I like younger females. I don't like big women. So I have to be physically attracted to you. Number one. I'm not a kid. I'm older now. So it takes a little bit more for some of us to get turned on. But if you a certain way, and I might not find you attractive in that way. So guess what? Being a man, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I might not get aroused. So I have to go after what turns me basically on physically first. Now, You can be real intellectual, you can be real smart as far as intelligent and all of that, and you want a smart, intelligent man, mind-wise, and all that's fine and dandy. If that's where you at, that's where you at. If that's what turns you on, that's what turns you on. But for a man now, that's a little bit different. You can be intelligent. And back in the days, we used to call them dumb blondes. Because they sex is all outdoors, but mentally or I can even say emotionally. You can be cute as all the outdoors, but it's like, don't say nothing. Take you around my buddies. Don't even open your mouth. Because you that trophy. So now I'm older. And I kind of know throughout the years of the type of female I want in my life. And yes, I want you to be responsible. I want you to be productive. Guess what? I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to sew. You think I don't want that woman to be able to do the same things? Or if you don't know how to do them, we can do them together. I pick with my daughters. I be like, I taught you how to cook. I taught your mother how to cook. And she don't do nothing but bust out laughing. But my mother taught me how to cook. Down south type of cooking. So if you're a woman and you tell me, I want a man, I want me around the man. Number one, I know a lot of times y'all want a well-round, nice-looking fit man. Some of y'all like big men, and that's fine. A lot of females don't come or look at men the way we might look at women. It's the physical attraction for a lot of us. Y'all just might look at his character, his personality, and all of that goes now. Don't get it wrong. All that goes together. But I want to make this real clear because I got to be honest with myself. Well, I got to be honest to the female. Understand this. I'm a good goddamn man. I'm a good man. My mother taught me very, 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 very well that a man takes care of his responsibilities. How many black men or how many men you know that will take care of other men's children? So if I'm in a relationship, your children are like my children. Now, I'm older now, so I got to watch all that. I got to watch it. But I will take care of your family just like they mine. And I respect the father. I ain't got nothing against him. I ain't got no problem if he want to see the kid because I it's not to tear that relationship apart. I want them to have a relationship. Sometimes I pick with my daughters, my stepdaughter father. I say, he daddy number 2, I'm daddy number 1. He be like, cut this shit, OC, cut this shit. Hey, I raised him. That's my daughter. That's my daughter. But I understand that's his baby. No, that's my baby. That's his daughter. I had to switch that because that baby sound better. But I raised her. But I understand biologically. I have other stepchildren that I raised that's grown now. They still my babies. But guess what? You say you want a good man. I done foster care, but you say you want a good man. I done mentoring, but you say you want a good man. And I shared that type of stuff with females. That's not the type of man you want. My ex-wife, which I left 10 years ago, she said by the time she turned 28, she wanted the house. By the time she turned 28, we was buying a house. But you want a good man. Didn't have no problem bringing her flowers home, chocolates, outfits, because I would, if I see certain things that I wanted to see her in, I went shopping and got those things. I'm a well-dressed man when I get up and I'm outside. I don't play. My kids used to ask me, Dad, where you going at? Why you got that on? Oh, I'm just going to the store. And dressed like that. And I started picking with them. Yeah, because I might meet your future mother. Just picking with them. But I'm only sharing this because this is what's coming across this, right? Coming across my spirit, but on my mind. Somebody need to hear it. I ain't look, I'm trying to get my followers up, and it's not that I'm just trying to get the followers up. I want us to be able to communicate. I want us to talk about like life on life term issues like marriage, domestic stuff, rape, molestation, for the people that's like harboring a lot of feelings and stuck in certain areas where we can talk about those things and then share, not stay on it, but share in the process what you can do to move forward in your life. That's where I'm at. When I tell y'all I got 31 years clean from the drugs and the alcohol, the dope, the cane, and look, sex was an addiction for me as well. So when I think back about people like, I'm gonna just use R. Kelly as an example, right? When R. Kelly and I started hearing a lot of stuff about what he did chasing after the young girls and stuff, I said, R. Kelly been raped. He's been raped. Most of the time, and women too, because I'm not just talking about men. Most of the time, when you catch an older man or a man that's chasing younger females, 9 times out of 10 is some unresolved pain inside. I done worked with a lot of men and women who've been raped, who've been molested. I'm not certified, but when I got clean and I got a sponsor, I would learn how to go inside. It's a spiritual journey. So I feed you back what was given to me. Some people don't have money to go see a psychiatrist or a therapist and stuff like that. So those are the type of conversations I would have, because I'm only feeding you from a level of personal experience. Just because I don't have no doctorate or that stuff behind my name, they studied information from people like me who have personal experience. So I'm feeding you personally. I walk through certain things in life. That's how I can tell you how to come up out of it and stay out of it a day at a time. That's how I can tell you. Now I'm from Baltimore City. I told Brandon Scott and them, if y'all want me to come and help y'all work with like safe streets, they are using people that's coming home from prison, don't have no life on life term living skills, new stuff. 31 years clean here. So I had to change my old ways of thinking, that hustling move, that, yeah, man, what's that with you? I had to change all that. I didn't change it personally, because to me that was okay. I grew spiritually. So a lot of that slick stuff, I had to let go of. It didn't happen overnight. So I know how important it is that if you've been in prison for 10 years, 15 years, you coming home to a whole different arena right there. People got rather than them big block phones. I'm just using this as examples, y'all. Like we used to have them big phones and stuff when they first came out. I get ready to order me another phone, right? I got an iPhone. I'm ordering iPhones. I get ready to get a flip phone. And I got rid of a flip phone years ago. I was getting ready to get another flip phone. I said, I ain't for my business number. So I won't have to use my personal number. Eventually I am, because I already had 2 phones. One for the business, one personal. But either way, if you called me, you needed me, either way you could reach me. The safe streets is, I would like to come work with the guys, because we got the black men back on the streets. A lot of our black men are in prison or even dead. So they not in the house to help the female provide or take care of their children. That's why a lot of our young men are out there acting wild and crazy now, because they don't have a positive role model in their life. I didn't. So guess what? I had to learn to do the total opposite from what I grew up with. Raise my kids totally opposite from the way I grew up. And they're doing real good. Living like to them, they live in a whole different world. Now, let me tell you this. You hear how I talk, you see how I say things. I can share this with somebody. Oh, he bragging. Oh, he boasting. No, he's telling you what he did or what God did to help him turn his life around. And a lot of y'all, be honest, because I have a lot of people I know and family too. I hate to go there. I have three siblings older than me, three siblings younger than me. My mother taught me how to be more responsible, reliable, and dependable, and all of that, right? So I had to watch out for them. I'm 62 years old. Don't nobody call and check on me or nothing. I can't believe it. Let me stop, because I do have my younger ones. They got their own families and stuff, right? But don't know. And I'm surprised. I'm like, because this is not how my mother raised us. But it's a new generation of people. And they're in their own world. And that's what I had to realize. Look, I didn't heard older people talk about this when I was, coming up a little bit. And then I understand. My phone don't ring with my family. Hey, Uncle Steve, how you doing? Hey, Daddy, my youngest son and daughter. And guess what? I've been sick lately, right? So their thing is, we don't want to lose you, Daddy. You gotta make sure you take care of yourself, Daddy. We not ready to let you go yet. So I understand all that. But it was other ones that I raised way before them. Don't check on me. And guess what? I try my best not to get mad or upset because I understand they got their own family, they doing their own thing. But the thing is, we'll stop by. How you doing? How you doing with your health? And somebody need to hear that. Somebody going through what I'm going through. But guess what? The thing is, I try to go through it gracefully. I don't like it. I done this and I done that and I was there. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, nope, no. And it's tough sometimes. It's tough. Y'all suckers don't watch. I'm telling you. That's my coffee. But see, when I look at their lives and they live in a well-rounded life, it's like you did your job. I've been clean, like I said, for 31 years now. My family behind us, they might drink on social occasions and stuff like that. They real responsible and productive, right? Um, Compared to how I'm gonna say I was, because I was responsible, man. But it was getting to the point that my life started like spiraling out of control. And my biggest fear, because I started seeing it, if I didn't get myself together, either I was going to end up killing somebody and spending the rest of my life in prison, or somebody was going to end up killing me. And I seen it coming. I seen it. And I yelled out back in 1993, God, please help me. And I was guided to um, total health care. to talk with like a therapist, counselor, stuff like that. And they gave me a list to go to 2 AA meetings, but I ended up going to NA meetings. By that time, I didn't have alcohol in me in like 6 months. So it wasn't the alcohol, it was the drugs. So I got 31 years clean without the alcohol 6 months ago. I'm just using that as an example because I got clean 6 months later with the dope and the cane. So I just say I've been clean for a little over 31 years. And don't y'all know people will tell you stuff like, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't talk about that. No, please. Because somebody somewhere need to hear that sense of hope. Wherever they got family members, wherever they stuck themselves, they need to hear it. Somebody somewhere need to hear this right here. I've been married twice. I was taught it's a poor rat to have one hole to run in and out of. So in each one of my marriages, I had a girl east, south, north, and west. You could not tell me that was wrong. You could not tell me. Because this is how, and sometimes when I do meetings or I'm somewhere and I'm sharing, I'll tell the older guys, I'll be like, it's your fault, it's because of you. And they don't do nothing but bust out laughing because it was old information, poor information. When I got married the second time, my goal in my second marriage was to be a better man than I was in my first marriage. So I'm going to share this with you, pastor, bishop, priest. Come for me when you want to talk about that marriage part. Okay? And then you want to go into scripture? Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. Because guess what? I found out God already knew I was going to practice those behaviors way before I did. Oh, says some audience been restricted. I didn't hit that button. So basically, what I'm saying, I learned from my mistakes. So if I'm talking to somebody, right, and say like they're married and they feel like they want to go step outside the marriage, you know what I would do? I would share, when I share my experience, I share about the shame and the guilt, mainly if I know you're a spiritual person or religious person, about how the Holy Spirit will beat your butt. And if you can deal with that pain when the Holy Spirit hits you, hey, that's not a beautiful feeling. When you going around and you being a rotten, no good, but you know you is a beautiful person inside, but you practicing some destructive behaviors. That's how you know the difference between right and wrong. When you living by some morals, values, and principles, right? And then you turn around and you compromise them. You start feeling a little shame. You start feeling a little guilt. That's because you went back on your integrity. You went back on your morals and values and principles that you stand on. I'm sharing what you do. And I tell you this, if any one of you brothers out there say, no, you don't, that's because you feeling it and you understand it, but you denying it. Because I would too. I was out there, I remember I prayed. Now, mind you, I'm married, second marriage. I prayed for 10 females. Not to God. I got to about 8. I'm sleeping with 3, 4 women, females a day. One, I started calling them, hey girl, can I come and get you? Can I see you? Blah, blah, blah. Nope. Hey, can I come and get you? Blah, blah, blah. Nope. And I shared this the other day. Can I come and get you? Blah, blah, blah. Nope. Slowly but surely, God moved them all out my way. And I was left with me. And I had to face whatever it was in here. I had to face that mess. All right, Steve, what's wrong with you? What's going on with you, bro? That you feel like you need to sleep with her, this one, that one, that one, that one. See, a lot of guys won't talk like that. Yeah, my ego, my pride. Yeah, boy, because I had 10 top tree talk. And I watch you and I look right at you. And as a man, I see it. I see the pain. I hear the pain, even though you're trying to glorify the pain. I hear it. One woman is enough to deal with. But when you got about 8, 10, whatever, you got to act like this with that one. You got to act like this with that one. You got to act like this with that one. So basically, you'll end up losing yourself because you trying to be like this over here and be like that over there, and it's like, who the heck am I? I'm telling you. So in that process, when I was calling females to come and get and kill his feeling inside, slowly but surely God started moving, and I was left with me. I was like, oh, because I had to look at me. I had to go inside. And thank God I know how to do that type of work. Because one thing about being in a 12-step spiritual program, we do work on ourselves, like self inventories and stuff like that. So I had to go in. I had to dig in and pray, meditate, ask God to show me what is going on with me. Because I'm running from me. I'm taking my body and I'm taking my body and I'm taking my body and I'm putting my body on whoever. And believe me, I wasn't wearing condoms. Thank God I didn't catch anything. But now I'm taking my body, and when I'm in her, it's like the world don't exist. But when I'm out, so now I gotta look at me because I can't sedate those feelings. What's going on inside? What's going on inside? So I had to go back in to find out why was I physically abusing myself. So women, when you say he cheated on me, he did this, he did that, he did not lay on you to cheat. He laid on somebody else. I'm telling you, I took this and indulged with somebody else. I cheated on me. Take a good look at it. Because I didn't cheat on you. I cheated on me with somebody else. So I'm only saying this, right? Did somebody send me an invite? I'm only saying this, right? Because just to clarify some stuff, just like that woman, if she not feeling good about herself inside and she want that feeling sexually, she'll take her body and she'll lay here, she'll lay there, she'll do that because it's like, I don't care. But she's abusing herself sexually with other people. She's damaging herself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Because I'm looking at me from the male perspective. And I'm just saying that because, look, somebody said, what's up with the bonding? No, it's a little cat thing. It's a cat. I don't know. You know how like I was gonna say the Muslims be wearing their little kufis or whatever. That's why a guy reached out to me the other day, right? Because he thought I was a Hebrew Israelite. I said, no, bro. I'm a Christian man. But no, sometimes I'm used to wearing hats and stuff. Sometimes when I, mainly if I'm out, but I'm used to wearing hats. But anyway, let me um and you made me think about them bonnets that the girls be wearing, right? The ladies be wearing with their hair all in and everything. You just made that pop in my head. But this where I'm at. This where I'm at. And a lot of people that I deal with, they know where I come from. They know. That's why if you follow me and you read my stuff about what I do, it's about being honest. It's about the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Because I feel like this. I don't have no reason to lie. We so used to people lying to us, and it happens. But to me, I don't have no reason to lie. Because if you're gonna like me, you're gonna like me. If you don't, you don't. And that's okay. But I don't have no reason to lie. So I have a tendency of talking. And sometimes I will talk too much for some people. To me, I'm cool. But you'll sit back. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. But watch when you say it. I wouldn't. So you have to tell yourself, darn, either that's a little bit too much, or I wish I had the courage and the confidence within myself to talk about stuff like that. You get it? So understand the reason why I'm at this point in my life because I have done step work on me. I've done step work. So I'm not ashamed of how my life used to be. And I will share it in front of President. Come here, Biden. Sit down. Let's talk. And I guarantee you he'll share some stuff with me on a personal note. Donald Trump. That's all I got to do is say, hey, Donald. Who used to hang out with during the market time? See, y'all wouldn't do that. That's what United States. Well, he was. See, y'all would not do that. Because when I first heard him, I was like, oh my God. I'm talking about back when I was with AC and he was out key speaker. And when he started talking, I was like, oh my God. Then you look at the age, and you look at the time frame. I said he was he might have came in on basically the end part. That lifestyle ain't gone. Y'all know that. That lifestyle. That lifestyle that a mafia might live is no different than our hustlers out there on the streets. You just got your kingpin that tends to sit off, right? Where everybody else do everything for them. So when I heard him the first time, I was like, uh-oh. See, y'all don't recognize or pay attention to stuff like that. But see, what's the word? Street knows street. Mm-hmm. We recognize it. And I'm gonna tell you, I love the way, and I watch him. I love the way he play people, and people feed right into his hands. I'm like, this man is bad. And he know it. He know it. And when you listen to his children, you listen to his family, his sister even talked bad about him, but y'all praise him. His nephew even said something about him, but y'all praise him. That's coming from family who grew up with this man and understand some of his sickness. And basically, when your family step out to talk against you like that, knowing you popular, but talk against you like that, they warning the public of the type of person you are. And guess what? You still give him praise. Put him above. I said, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. And then I sent somebody a message. He's 78 years old. Got a beautiful wife. Is Milan about 60, somewhere along that line? Beautiful wife. He don't pay no attention to her. Got a young son. He too busy out there running around than being in this young man's life. If he in the sports, he's not at his games because they don't record that. If he showed up, like the Obamas or people that have children, normally interacting and they interacting with the world with their kids, letting us come into their personal space. Y'all don't pay attention to none of it. 78 years old, but yet y'all was knocking Biden's age of being 80. He only 2 years younger. Do y'all realize this too? His mind is not like it was when he was younger. And guess what? As you start getting older, God start preparing to bring you back home. That's that childlike mentality. It's like when you was born, you was baby. You're a baby. So as you begin to get older, it starts trickling back down. Because that's his way of preparing you to come back home. I was reading something where they made the statement, and I think I copied it, where psychiatrists are saying that Trump has slight dementia. And you got to understand, he's 78. Just like Joe Biden. Kamala Harris, she's more vibrant, she's more alive. Waltz, he's more alive. He might be about 60. I think he probably a little bit older than me. But he's vibrant. Watch them. They come out dancing, but y'all will turn around. Man, these are people that's like being human. And see, the thing with Trump, it's business to him. He's not a politician. But look at Kamala, who been in politics for a while, and y'all knock it. Y'all knock it. This woman used to be a prosecutor, so guess what? She done seen a lot of the crooked bull jump. She know more about Trump on the criminal side than a lot of us do. And Trump ain't worried about that. The woman mentioned some of the things. Y'all don't care. And a lot of stuff she mentioned, guess what? I didn't heard it too. I mean, because out the years, this man had a college, robbed the people of the money, they closed the college down. Y'all don't pay attention to nothing. But he giving all this money to the HBCUs, and if I say it wrong, forgive me. And that's what they saying, but guess what? It's Congress. I learned that. Whenever you running off at your mouth, you got Congress who come together, who create bills, policies, all this type of stuff. And they give it to him. Either he's going to agree with the policy or he's going to veto the policy. Now, say like if it's, I'm going to just say 400 or 500 pages. Do you think he actually sit down and will read all that stuff? They on the move too much. Do you really think they have time to sit down and actually write out policies, bills, legislations? I'm trying to think of basically all the things that they do to try. Do you think the president of the United States had that time? And I thought they did too. I'm like, well, how do they have the time to do this and do that and do this and do that? Do they have time to sleep? Why? How do they have time? And y'all really believe in your hearts and minds that one person, one, has the power and authority to do that? No, that's Congress. They tend to take the credit. That's why when stuff don't go right, they know it's not them. But we'll turn around and lean on them. Yeah, because they said they were going to lower this, and they got these going up, and they got that going down. We sitting up there looking at Trump ain't this, Trump ain't that. I'm only saying it because of the old days. And we'll start saying it. And not just Trump, I'm just talking about presidents in general, okay? I ain't understand all of this, and I'm going to thank Christopher Anderson, because Christopher Anderson started running off of his mouth. And it made me start doing more research, political-wise. Like, who has the actual power and authority to do stuff? Even though he's the president of the United States, his job is like more like an overseer. And he does have an administration where they sit down and they talk, all of them. And they do talk about the best interest for America. Reason how I know that, because of me being a community activist and I'm getting involved with people and being a part of Communities United. If you create any bill that will hurt mainly the less fortunate people, the poor people, Communities United is an organization. They come out of, they're under the Center for Popular Democracy. If y'all familiar with the Center for Popular Democracy, or if you're familiar with the ACLU, these are nonprofit organizations that fight for the human being rights. They even fight for the rights of the immigrants to be here. Yup. 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 So guess what I did? I became a part of the ACLU. It's like the NAACP. Because I got my own little stuff with the Baltimore City Police Department that I talked to I was told to go with these officers that I'm dealing with. And I'm going to tell you, Sonia Macy experience, but she lost her life, reminded me or what I was going through, when I would call them and come out, we end up arguing. Me and the police is arguing. I got 3 white polices in front of me, and I had to tell myself, Steve, shut up. Shut up. These guys got guns. Tariq had just got killed maybe about a month or 2. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, they waiting for you to make a sudden stupid move or do something wrong so they can light you up. So I had to tell myself, Steve, shut up. And the sad part about it, I watched the Republicans talking about how y'all want to come in, how y'all want to do this, and how y'all want to do that. Y'all will never get a chance to do shit. And please, I apologize for cursing, but I'm serious. You know why? Because y'all too busy criticizing the Democrats. The best way to get to the Democrats is to get the work done. Get it done. You got to come in the city, or you got to come into those areas that need y'all the most. Keep doing this. The Democrats are already planning. And I will ask y'all, what type of business or nonprofit you got in the community that you helping and changing the community? Your policies don't mean nothing. You create policies. It's the people that actually has to live accordingly to the policies. So if you're not doing the work in the community, and I'm business-wise, so I'm in the community. That's how I understand the difference between politics, which create laws, and the actual footwork, the groundwork. So when you, if I get in, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I'm like, well, what you got going in the community? When I get in, I'm going to do this. And then you asking me to help you when you'll see. And you're a Republican. You're not winning on the local level because you don't have nothing in the community. At least they can see you. Feeding, housing. You're not doing the work. So y'all know what I did? I started backing up off the Republican Party too. Because y'all talk this. Policies, laws, and legislations, guess what? Or regular, whatever. It's the people that has to abide by them. It's the people that has to believe in your policy. It's the people that got to do the work. Why am I going to give that credit to Trump? Why am I going to give that credit to Kamala? Why am I going to give that credit to Joe Biden? No. It's the people. Why y'all think I'm home on a box? Because they had to get me off the street from doing this. Nah, you out there running off at your mouth and you. That's what I do as a community activist. That's what I do as a human rights advocate. He gonna get himself locked up. They locked up Martin Luther King in them too, didn't they? But guess what? I ain't like this shit. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. I ain't like it. Because I'm standing for something. And a lot of y'all don't realize it. So when I look back at people like, say, Moses, Martin Luther King, our apostles who put their lives on the line for the inner city, basically the poor people. Because y'all know what Jesus came here for. But y'all so busy caught up in the prophet stories and the apostle stories, and you think people supposed to be living this perfect way of life. And then you'll go in scripture, and I'm saying it more now, rather than you preaching on the love or teaching on the love and abidance of just living a more productive spiritual way of life. You starting to criticize people for their lifestyles. That's why I be smart and I be saying little stuff like, I've been married twice. Because I want you to tell me, oh, you going to hell. And I will pull some stuff up to show you Christ loved me anyway. He died for my sins. The mistakes I'm making, they're here and now. Now, do I intentionally go and want to make mistakes? No. But sometimes I want to do what I want to do well, you don't love Jesus. Yes, I do. That's why I'm a loving, caring, kind, considerate person. Do you know who he was? Because you're too busy worrying about Apostle Paul. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. I'm sharing my personal experience. That's what they did. I can tell you what God did for me when he took the desire away from me for the drugs and the alcohol. That's all they did. And y'all so blind, being controlled by a lot of these pastors. You can't wear the slicky wool stuff. Women had to cover their whole bodies. Do y'all realize back in the days they was wearing dresses too? They didn't have pants sets. The men. They weren't wearing dresses, but they was covered like that. But I'm like, do people pay attention? But now they telling women to dress modestly like that, right? Which is, don't get it wrong. Some of us want to see your shape. Now I'm being real. She look nice in that. It's the physical attraction. And if y'all read in scripture, sexually, we are attracted to each other. And it talks about that, even about the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. So people could become I'm trying to get it right. Become sexually attracted to each other. Men, it's like a normal thing from basically what I was reading. But because that's what we do, a man shouldn't lie with another man as he would lie with a woman. Because God already knew. And I'm going to tell you all this. And I'm like, God, please forgive me. Because I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what. But God created man. Then he created woman. Now watch where I go. He created them. The woman left. That was the first. When he said, let us create man in our image, the woman left. He put Adam, male, back to sleep and created woman from the male's rib. So man became female. I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh. So when you got a man or woman, when you got a man that feels like he's a woman, I'm like, oh my God. The woman was created from the male. And we wondering why. Some people, as they, because my sister gave this. I'm trying to, watch my word. But I'm only saying it because God is showing me this. It's like I'm seeing this and I'm like, because it'll talk. It's like I would be talking against everything we being taught, but that's a lie. That's a lie because it's right there in our face. It's right there. He created the woman from the male. He took the rib. So now y'all want to wonder why? You want to wonder why? Some people have like, trying to find the words, an issue with their sexual identity. But guess what? I don't care. I love you anyway, because that's what I'm taught. I don't care if you're a man and you like a man or you're a woman and you like a woman. I'd rather see you have peace in here. I'd rather see you have peace in there and joy and happiness. But we so busy saying that it's us. I like younger females. To me, I'm no different if because guess what? I'm older, so I should be dating somebody more near my age. So I feel like to me, wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong. You get me? So why am I gonna sit back and well, I jerk off like once a month or once every other month, but you stepping outside your marriage. Wait a minute. I sin, I masturbate. So I'm better than you, even though you married and you stepping outside your marriage. You sinning. Uh, And you know we'll do that. Well, at least I ain't you. If you know the difference, that's all the commandments are. It's teaching you how to live a structured way of life. And then it lets you know that if you break the commandments, what happens? You get punished. If you break the law, what happens? You get arrested. So I started saying it just that simple. I'm like, just understanding the difference between right and wrong. And then we got preachers up there making you feel like you condemned to hell just because you looked over there. God dang, Pastor, your daughter beautiful is all out there. Hey, girl. Ooh, my eyes just caused me to sin. Am I going to really pluck my eye out? I take off my glasses because it's kind of blurred, but she still look good. I just might not go after her because she over there looking at me like, hi. Wait, never mind. Because I don't look 62. She like, I thought she's like 40 something. Girl, I know. Don't let me go get my Beijing. And I'm keeping it real. That's why I love that topic. Keep it real, Steve. It's not a lot of people that can talk on a level like that. And don't worry about how y'all look at them and what you gonna say. Because I answer to him, not y'all. When I'm in this house and I'm feeling down and out, I'm feeling a little depressed because of this thing on my leg. I gotta look for comfort in God. This telling me I got 4 minutes on this. So you know what I gotta do? I gotta start encouraging and motivating myself. I had to read up about this daggone thing on my leg. And it talks about how people get depressed, emotionally unbalanced and stuff like that, because I'm withdrawn from everybody. Lady told me the other day when I made a statement, she said about not being in prison, she said, well, at least you home. She was right. But then it was like, am I? You know why? I feel enslaved. It's on my leg. The white man sent me to prison. The white man that's supposed to protect and serve the community, you mother sucker. And me and this sucker would talk. And you created some stuff to get me locked up because you didn't like the way I would come at y'all when y'all would come at me. You think I'm not going to talk about this later down the line? I went to call Mackenzie Frost today to remind her. I told Brandon Scott last year before I got locked up, I was having an issue with the Eastern District Police Department. I hope there wasn't no gun. That sucker was loud. But anyway, I was asked, and little by little by little, I talk about certain things. But now I know how corrupt police can be, how they can turn around and take an innocent person and create um, false charges against them. That's why you have the Innocent Project out there that I talk with. Because it's a lot of police who's supposed to have our backs, just like your politicians, but will turn around and fry you. Why did you let me see with my own 2 eyes, sucker? And then this young man insulted me that night. You did not arrest him because you didn't see it with your own 2 eyes. Because this is the thing they saying now. So I'm picking with them because if they don't see a crime with their own 2 eyes, they're not supposed to lock you up. But they'll lock you up anyway. Why would you tell me that? And that's what he told me. When my nose, I'm bleeding like crazy. I had to clean this stuff up, right? And he called the ambulance to come out to assess me to make sure my nose wasn't broke. Then he turned around and took the charge papers that he wrote the report for me when they was letting me out. You used it against me. My own report, and charging me with burglary, I think in the 4th degree, on my own rental property. This is the Eastern District Police. And then the damn detective got mad at me because they asking me questions. The guy told y'all what happened. He never once said I did anything to him. And guess what? His aunt asked me to help him. So what the hell I look like hurting somebody when your aunt asked me to help? I don't try to bring division between the family. He don't know he was like a nephew to me. But they'll find out when we go to court. Then this was in March the 12th, March 2023 on the 12th. The detective went back. I got all the messages on my phone when me and the female client, January the 18th, texting each other, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning about the rest of her rent money. Well, you told me you were going to have it there. You going to have it there. The girl even told me kiss her ass in the text. I got all that. But guess what the detective lady did? He went, charged me with 2nd degree assault. We texting. Burglary. We texting. And harassment. Burglary on my own stuff. And this is how they created stuff. 17 charges on me, on my own rental property. My own rental property and business. I do like transitional housing. But they fixed it where I was this guy staying somewhere else and then came over here and assaulted these people. And guess what? On the paperwork, it has my addresses to the houses. So how am I going to invade something that I'm renting? And I was going to talk for myself, right? I let them know what's going on. Come on, I helping people. What I look like hurting people? I help people. I'm one of the guys that helped get the eye in the sky here to try to help reduce the homicide rates in Baltimore City. Look what's happening now. Again, they don't want it. It's not going to stop. But to slow it down to get it under 200, that was the goal. Every day, just about every day, we got at least one person getting killed. That's from gun violence. They not reporting the stabs and the chokings out and all that. It's more people getting killed than what they reporting to us. And y'all don't pay attention to nothing. Baltimore, I'm gonna say missing people. I'm on that group. I did not know we have as many people missing as they record. So I'm on here and I'm looking at it. Oh my God. And I made a statement on there, and the administrator and them came back with me because I had to tell them, basically who I am, what I do, stuff like that. And I said, I did not know. Now, that's none of y'all business. That's none of y'all business. But as a community activist, as a community organizer, as a homeless advocate, as an outreach coordinator who goes to companies and try to get donations from them to give back to the city because y'all don't want to help me help them. I ain't getting them nothing. It ain't for me. I got the box truck. I got a busted window down in the box truck. Because my kids parked it on Urban Avenue when I was in prison where the trucks be at. And somebody got mad because I guess they figured I was taking up their spot and they bust my window. So I got to get a new window in the truck. Then I had to get it off the street because I didn't want them to tow it away. It was given to me to help Baltimore City. I know y'all don't care. I know you don't care. Because it's not you and it's not your life. I wouldn't have cared either because I didn't understand that like that world, that lifestyle. I didn't understand it until I got involved in it. And then I might put something out, donate a little bit to this, donate a little bit to that. I got a female in the hotel with a 15 and 16-year-old. I told her I'm gonna start reaching out to people to try to get her into a place that she can afford. I got a lady reaching out to me about another lady up in Temple Hills. I don't do a lot of work in Temple Hills. So I've been trying to reach out to people in that area that I might know, if no more than DC, so we can help. Then she sent me a message the other day talking about she got somebody else. The lady that I talked to can put the application in for you to get vouchers, but from what I understand, she want $150. See, it's always business to some people. And I'm not saying it's wrong. What's up? I'm moving forward. I love what you're doing if you still there, because I happened to see the message and I just clicked it over. Okay. And you know what? Moving forward, and what I'm realizing, when I first came home, I was shut down. And it's like I'm getting my voice back. You get me? Because God shut me down. Like right now, with this right here, on my ankle, I didn't realize it because I didn't like it. It's like I'm in isolation. And some of the people, yeah, moving forward, you've been following me, so you already know. You already know. And I went to text my lawyer, and I wanted my lawyer to know, don't forget, my goal is to sue Baltimore City and the prison system for my feet. And I had to make it clear to him that I know they trying to say that I hurt my clients. No, they worked with my client. Look, they did not provide the service for the clients that they supposed to have done. Guess what? Look at Sonia Macy. I called them out because I didn't went and put in for emergency petition. So I'm reading that Sonia Mason mother had called to let them know her daughter was a little off balance. I'm reading it, right? Remind me of me calling the police department for them to come out and help me deal with my two clients. Them suckers, every time they come out, they will come for me. I'm like, I'm the one that called y'all. But see, because of my mouth and the way I stand, and I'm not humble to them. And I try to tell them moving forward, it's not personal. It's just I speak out a lot. So when I feel like I'm right, I tend to raise up. Oh, he crazy. Oh, he said, no. And I'm trying to explain myself to people so you won't take it personal, because I'm a loving, caring, passionate person. When I stand, and I get loud. But it's not personal. That's more of the, I was going to say the preacher in me. So I got to explain myself to people. No, I know it might look crazy. That's why I've been praying to God when they lock me up. I'm like, I don't want to do the same approach when it comes to certain things. But I can't lose me. Yeah, I want to humble myself moving forward. I want to act more dignified. I want to act like I'm reading script. I watch people. Well, see, and I watch how even Kimberly Classic. Watch our news people, mainly the women's that or the men that's doing the weather and stuff, right? Watch how they pause and hold their hands and all that. Y'all might not pay attention. I'm like, yeah, because I want to learn this and I want to learn that. And they don't like it. They don't like it. Moving forward. Be honest, and I'm gonna say it. I didn't want to. I've been trying to be careful. I had got a phone call from Angela because she out there doing what she do. I'm gonna say it. She called me and told me. She said, "Steve, watch out because they're starting to. It's like they moving a lot of community activists out the way." Then it hit me. I ain't been hearing from Booney lately. What the heck is Booney? Where's he at? People like that I know speak out in other areas. I haven't been hearing. And I'm like, no, Brandon Scott ain't gonna let them happen to me. I'm talking about them because I've been based. All of them know who I am and what I do around Baltimore City. Then, a week later, I was locked up. She told me she was fighting with because she had reached out to me because of what she was going through. And she was telling me to watch out. I'm reading what you said. Exactly, plain and simple. And I'm gonna tell you, I love the stuff you've been putting up. Very, very, very educational. The stuff you've been, you know, posting about a lot of things that I wouldn't pay attention to. So I just want you to know that. You know what? I was invited to the master's table. I was told on several occasions, right? Because it's strengthening the community, and I do this. I was told, stop trying to help the inner city people. Come, because the thing is, God laid on my spirit about rehabbing and revitalizing houses and 4 multi-purpose centers for the inner city youth. And I've been sitting with a lot of people so we can get this stuff up and running. You know, but sometimes you get knocked down, you come back, you get knocked down, you come back, so and I'm telling you, when I say this, Brandon Scott and all of them know what the goal is with me. But what I'm trying to say, you said it. They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't actually want us. Now, I sent a message over Martha 25, Black Genocide. I mean, Martha 25. I'm trying to get the rest of it. Martha 21, I'm sorry, Black Genocide. A guy sent that to me during the time Pretty Great, the riots and stuff. He said, this is what's happening to your people. I said, you mother, blah, 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 blah. And I started reading it. And it started talking about Hitler. It started talking about Margaret Sanger. I was like, and we so blind. When they freed the slaves, who started having to take care of the slaves now? They went over there and brought all the Africans over, right? They stole them, brought them here to work. So now when they were set free, where was the money gonna come from to take care of them? See, y'all might not see that. And I started saying it, I'm like, God, why are you letting me see this? Why not let me stay in the dark moving forward? When this police did what he did, it starts with the police report. It starts with the charges. Listen to what I'm saying. You can do one thing. If you carry a gun, you just carrying an illegal gun. They can put about 20 charges on that one illegal gun charge thing. Just to make you look worse, just to make things look worse than what it really is. And I started seeing that. When they did the 17 charges on me, it starts with the police report. Yep. They do. And everything you saying moving forward is what I begin to see. And be honest with you, I started realizing just because of me doing this, I can get killed. I'm putting my life on the line. But understand, when I was in the streets and I was doing what I was doing, I put my life on the line. So what dawned on me one day moving forward, I'm going to die one day. I'm going to die. I don't know when. But I guarantee you Steve Copeland's name going to carry on. Because they know the big mouth, bald head, black dude. I told Mackenzie Force, I said, when y'all be having your town hall meetings, see, they ask them questions. They ask them questions, but they don't ask them questions that provide solutions. Put your hand down, Steve. Why? Because this is what we can do to slow this down. This is what we can do to stop that right down. This little, Steve, can you leave? We ain't asked you that. I thought y'all wanted to try to, slow certain things down. No. I listened to Theroux when Theroux was running. And I came down North Avenue. Now, mind you, our young men killing each other off. Theroux said they starting to do headshots now. Harvesting body parts. I said, oh, God, dang it. And moving forward, I know you know. When I drove tractor trailers, right, I used to deliver to this place. They had 5 refrigerated freezers in the doors. They had deep freezers in the inside. So I asked the lady, I said, what y'all do here? Because I'm nosy. She said, harvest body parts. Five refrigerated freezers. One trailer. Can you imagine how much it takes to fill that thing up with body parts? And they ship it all around the world. I said, oh my God. Because once again, I'm seeing what's happening, not just us now, but it's the inner city people. And if you think I'm lying, I'm going to share this, just what you said moving forward, because this just came to mind. I got a friend that works at the White House. He called me one day, and y'all hear how I talk. He was upset because he's starting to see how the elite, the rich, the conservative, how they got their necks on the poor people and screwing them. And he called me and he was talking. And I was like, I was trying to tell you all this all along, blah, blah, blah. But he was steady going. So I said, shut up, Steve. Something said, shut up. Just listen. Just listen. Because now he's seeing everything you've been talking about. And he's a Republican. And helps write the like when they have to do speeches and all of that. Because we did that for Kimberly Clayson. Because you write down for them what you believe that the community, what caters to the community, or the community might want to hear. So I helped them reword certain things because Kimberly was running for the 7th district council seat. Didn't even live in that district. I grew up in that district. Christopher Anderson, when we had them 9 Republicans running, because of big mouth, bald head Steve, Christopher Anderson asked me to help the Republicans win their seats, council seat, all that. You know, when they still running. I didn't, let me stop, for man, all that, right? But anyway, he asked me to come and help them win their seats. I said, okay. But guess what? Moving forward, I knew they weren't going to win because this is a Democratic city. I said, but what I'll do, I'll help you give them a run for their money. The reason why I'm saying that, and this is what I told Chris, the reason why I'm saying that, because I fight for the democracy of Black people. Brandon Scott and them know what I'm about. So now I'm over here with the Republican Party. So this is how I would put it, right? I like saying little stupid stuff, right? Oh shit, Steve over there with them now. It was just to make them try to do good. I knew they weren't gonna win. The only person that, really be honest, I felt like probably could have won his area was Christopher Anderson. He's running for the 7th district again. And then Kimberly Clayson, because you can be a Democrat and you can vote Republican too on that level because she running for the Congress seat. But then let me tell you, I'm telling y'all from as a Republican, and they want y'all to vote for them, they don't want to tell y'all they're Republican. They'll talk a real good game to you to make you think they're going to do this and do that, and then you'll find out later because they're trying to win you. But you know, we kind of frown amongst the Republicans. Yep. And look, this is what I realized too, moving forward. The Democrats have City Hall where they meet up and take care of the business of the city. The Republicans don't have none of that. So actually, if say like a Republican win a council seat, he has to come to City Hall and they all have to work together. I'm telling y'all what I begin to see, right? So I don't care about you, whether you're a Republican, whether you're a Democrat. That's not who you are as your character, your personality as a human being. So people can agree on the same things and they disagree. That's what they're doing. But you come together. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking and I'm like, well, where if Chris win or somebody win, you got to get in City Hall. So now you got a Republican with all the Democrats. Now the Republican might want to vote this way, but the Democrats going to outvote you anyway. So either you're going to be a part of the game or you're going to feel left out. I was asked to run for council seat. But I've been hearing about like certain people who serious about they don't play, got into fights and stuff with their council members because they made policies that would hurt people rather than help people. So you got people who heart and minds, like mine's really into it. I got scared. I was like, nope, no. And I'm not a fighter, don't get it wrong, because I'm clean now. Back in the days, I'm like, no. Because my biggest fear was I might have to pop somebody. I said, I can't do it. No. I like where I'm at. Be honest with you, I like where I'm at. Only thing about it, I don't get paid. But I do the work, and that's what I learned, the difference between being a politician and actually business. Because you can't mix business with politics. Brandon Scott should not be speaking on Safe Streets. That's a nonprofit. He should not. I mean, he can make comments, but he can't put his hand in it. He's not supposed to. Because nonprofits are for the individual, the people, the community, to better the community. I've been sending them little messages because I got 31 years clean. So y'all want to bring in people that's been in prison and hustled and sold drugs and did what they did. They still got that mindset because they haven't turned this around. That's why they came home and they started reselling stuff, because they figure they can do it in a better way now and in a different way. And then they turn around and do the same things again. You gotta change this. Then you gotta work on changing the people that you used to hang around, the places that you used to go. Because this gotta change. I ain't had a drink in over 31 years. I haven't had no dope in over 31 years. My dude got a little bottle of alcohol right here. I'm like, why she got this thing sitting out? I want to grab it and put it up. But she's casual. I drink that, I'm going to get gallons next. I don't want to drink. That's why I'm saying that. I don't have a desire, and that's why I thank God. I don't have a desire to use. It's not like I stopped because I hated using. No. My life was spiraling out of control. Like I see some people, other people's lives. And I be like, come here, let me help you. But then I realized I can't help everybody. You gotta want this. That's why my housing program, the goal is to help turn the quality of your life around. I'm not a bum. I never was a bum. And that's not to call nobody bum, but I'm just saying, an irresponsible person. I never was that. My mother taught me very well. It was just I wasn't implementing certain things because the drugs and the alcohol was judging, clouding my judgment. I had to let it go. Do y'all know if they call me in City Hall to share on a certain thing, I'll talk about it. If they call me to come out and talk about Chantalisa and what she need to do to help the help the school system do a better job than what they doing, because guess what? They set her up too. It's always somebody over top of somebody. When I was asked to speak about the school system, I said, who's over top of Chantalisa? Brandon Scott and the board. I said, no. They hire her. They don't want her to give the teachers the correct curriculum. to train or teach our kids. Why y'all think they out there doing what they doing? How many multi-purpose centers we have, Brandon? Yep. You know what, my cousin? She's on her live. And she got like a lot of people on there. I was on it up there. She with this organization that wants to come to Baltimore City and start doing some rehabbing and revitalizing in the city. The city won't let them in. Know what I told her? Come on. I got you. I just need people with the money. See, I know where to go. It's just getting the people with the money so we can do the work. For the low to moderate income people. Now, you mentioned Brandon. I'm a homeless advocate. Brandon gave a journey home. I think it was 92 million for the homeless people. We on Twitter. Brandon, why you ain't reach out to me? You know I be working with the homeless people, blah, 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 because I need some of their money. He said, go talk with them at a way home. That's the homeless, make sure I say that right. That's the homeless, let me make sure I say it right. Because I'm going to do housing next. That's why I'm trying not to get the two mixed up. But anyway, to make a long story short with that, I got Yolanda number, the director of housing. I got the director of homeless services number. Because so many people tell me, man, we'll help you do this, we'll help you do that. And next thing I know, I look around, they gone. I'm like, what the f happened? We going to dinner, we meeting, we hanging, and they talking a real good game. But I found out they ain't got the power to do anything. So you know what I did? I jumped over them. The supervisors, the managers, I want the director's number. And I got them all. Yeah. Moving forward. It was just talk. And see, I'm trying not to be too loud, right? But see what I had to do, and this is what I do. And I'm not the smartest or the brightest light bulb, y'all. It's just, that's God. A lot of stuff I do, I don't know. It's just, it comes. So I was telling my cousin them last night. I said, this is how I am. Y'all know the presidents do not create policies. They do not write laws. It's Congress. The Senate and Congress and them get together to prepare this stuff. Watch what they doing. Kamala, she's cool because she's acting normal. Watch, she's acting normal. So you seeing a human being. Trump is business. But what they doing, they feeding Congress. They feeding Congress. They basically telling them what they want. But now you got Kwesi and all of them who sits down together to create the policies. But they're hearing what they want. Not just the president, because the president and them is talking a real good game. But it's Congress that's listening and they kind of catering. But but what I'm trying to get to is for the best interest of the American people. Trump don't do nothing, or Biden don't do nothing but agree with it, because they got to give it to him. And if he veto it, Congress can pass it anyway. And people out there giving Trump and them all this goddamn credit and licking all. I'm like, what the freak is y'all doing? And guess what? I wished I didn't see this. Because now that I see what I see, like Obama getting in, and we got mad at Obama about certain things. It's not Obama. It wasn't Obama. It was Congress. But we blame them for the economy and all that type of stuff. And they take the credit. I'm like, wow. Why let me see this guard. Why? Because I know you're going to talk about it. But moving forward, when they locked my ass up and I seen what the police did, you're going to charge me home invasion on my own property, burglary on my own property outside the lease for. And I want to say, Your Honor, that's my rental property and business. Keep your hand down. You can't talk. And that's how they did me. They all, look, I think they saying it now because, you know, we've been postponing it and stuff like that. But they know you got the judge, they can only go off the police report. You got the prosecutor, they can only go off of what the police and the detective present to them. Why did the detective go back to January moving forward? I got two charges. I got two court things. On the young guy, which supposed to happen March the 12th, the detective went back to January and took something that me and this girl texting each other about. And I got it all. And charged me. Second-degree assault, burglary, and harassment on my own stuff. And guess what? This is not like, I don't do rent rooms. That's not what I do. I don't sign like nobody to a contract because we talking about homeless people who might not stay. But I feel like you shouldn't bind them in. So it's not like room for rents. It's a transitional thing where you come in, you do the necessary work. Then from here, you get put into your own place. But you got to do the work in order to be able to move forward. That's what my business is about. I can get you all the help you need. You need somebody to help you wash clothes. You need somebody to help you shop. You need somebody to help you. You need to go to parenting classes. I refer my clients out. I just provide housing for them to move temporary, not permanent. But the goal is to put you into something permanent and affordable. That's what it's about. So I'm telling the police and all of this. And guess what? The Eastern District know that was business for me. So my thing is, y'all know that I mess with homeless people who have mental issues, and some of them didn't take their medication. So now I call you because I need your help. I need this person to be taken to Johns Hopkins so we can get them back on their medication. Now, I read on their thing where when it comes to people with mental issues, they're supposed to get them and take them. I had to run downtown and fill out papers for an emergency petition, and the judge told me twice, Mr. Copeland, you're not supposed to be here. Once you called them and told them what was what, they supposed to took the client on to, one of the hospitals. I said, I know Your Honor, I've been reading that. So now I'm doing their job. I'm going there downtown to get the emergency petition for them to turn around and send it to the district for them to come and get them and take them. You know, the same police officer that wrote that fake ass phony police report got rid of the paperwork too. The same one that put them charges on me, then turned around, nose messed up. And I got all the pictures from my client hitting me. But I was the one charged twice. I was the one charged with assault. Robbery, armed robbery and all that. That's what they got in the papers. So I don't even pay attention to it, right? Because I know what I didn't do. But because I had to read the charges, I'm like, I don't know who the hell this is because it ain't me. And y'all know they will not let me talk. They will not. And moving forward, I got scared because I do this, right? So I'm not familiar with the courts. That's their arena. Because I raised my hand, Your Honor, and I'm coming. I'm like, Steve, don't do it. Don't do it. You better get a lawyer. Because I was going to take up for me. I'm like, you better get a lawyer because I don't understand that arena. I just know what I do and I stand on what I do. They have not listened to nothing I said. Nothing I can say. So I'm listening to the prosecutor on the last video thing we doing. Zoom. She said, I gotta find witnesses and stuff. And I started to tell her, you want me to find them for you? What you looking for witness for? He already told y'all in the police report what happened. And the charges in the police report don't even go together. I said, I'm gonna sue the shit out of Baltimore City. Because I've been complaining about these polices and nobody helped me. Colonel Melvin Russell, know what I was going through with him. Isabel Cummings, which is our attorney general. That's the white lady that's talking about what was happening with the DPW, the white lady right there. Isabel Cummings. I called her. I was telling her what I was going through, and I said, I'm not going to work with this Eastern District Police Department no more. I'm not going to help them because these are not the right people to put in the community to help the people. She said, Steve, don't do that. Help them because you come from there. I called Mackenzie Frost, and I told her what I was dealing with before they locked me up. And me and this white boy used to sit and talk. So my thing, why would you do that to me, bro? They wanted me off the street. They wanted to shut me. And the guy over the prison yelled at me, like, young boy. He said, Steve, God saved your life by putting you here. And I wasn't thinking about that. Because some people see stuff you don't see. And he was like, you here, man, you still alive. And I didn't see it till later. He right. And one of my clients kept telling me, he said, they coming for you, Steve, they coming for you. And I got that on the text too. He said, they coming for you. Because the police has kept coming for my clients to find out more about me. They played them. I got all that stuff. But now mind you, see the stuff coming back now, right? But I wrote a lot of that stuff down when I was over in prison. A lot of it. I'm talking about Baltimore City, man. I'm like, God, why you let me see this? Why you let me see these crooked motherfuckers? Why? And then I get over to prison and I'm watching what they doing. I'm watching how they treating our people. I'm like, damn. I'm arguing with the police. The correction officers. I'm arguing with them. They don't want people to get better. In order for them to keep their jobs, they got to keep y'all sick. So I'm coming. And I'm going to say, Simon Wainwright, I watched him go through the ranks and became warden over the prison. Y'all talking to the wrong person. What's his name? Ralph Johnson wrote several books. I thought he only wrote one book about the prison system. I'm saying it. And I'm like, y'all don't want to touch that. For 10 years, I used to come in here in the Wide building to talk to the men about coming home, getting their lives together. Y'all coming at the wrong person. I shouldn't see this, God. Why you allowing me to see this? Why? Because you know I'm going to talk about it. That's why I'm letting you see it. Y'all know how scared I be getting. Because I know I could lose my life. I got grandbaby. I got a son and a daughter, and they scared for me. I ask y'all to help me. The only way we're going to get Baltimore together, we got to come together. They're going to keep letting out people kill each other and take each other out. And y'all, Brandon Scott, this, Ivan Bates, that, they don't, it's nothing they can do because they are law makers. The only thing they can do is either, make tougher laws. Is that stopping anything? Check this out, right? I just feel sorry for our people, y'all. I was looking at somebody with a gun, but they down in North Carolina somewhere. And you have the right to bear arms. But if one of our young men or girls come up to rob your butt, and I know you got that gun, but you don't have the courage or the nerves to shoot them, they're gonna take you out first. Go get a gun. And that's what I started saying. Do y'all realize? But and then on top of that, even though you have the right to carry, if it's only certain reasons or ways you can actually kill that person for coming for you, right? Because if you don't stick within that right there, I was just listening to some things. I can't really pronounce it back. But what I'm trying to get to make it short. See how a lot of people get locked up that end up having a license to carry because they didn't stick within their training or whatever. I can even say the rail. And I realized people talk that, well, I'm gonna go get me a gun, I'm gonna do this and do that. Get you a gun that you can carry. But if you don't have the courage or the nerves at the time, because you don't really want to kill nobody, you might want to injure them. Or you just hoping that because you show them the gun, they don't do what they do. They're going to take you out. Because the goal is to come and get the job done. And that's why when I hear them talking about how our people are cowards, well, these cowards did this and did that, I said, they ain't cowards. I'm a coward. I ain't trying to go yet. They ain't cowards. They already planned it out. Sometimes it might not execute the way they want. They already got it planned out. And the thrill. That's why I be telling them this. Because I can only tell you how I used to be. The same way with the drugs and the alcohol. It's a thrill. It's like that rush you get when you know you can go out and do certain things and get away with it. And it's like, yeah. I'm like, do y'all realize? Want me come and sit with y'all, talk with y'all? I'm laughing, right? Because the other day, we was in here talking about something, right? And my ex-wife and all us. And they was like, "You a snitch. You a snitch." I said, "You damn right." Y'all know I talk. I'm a community activist, right? So they like, "You snitch." Yeah. I'm sitting down and raising my hand. But they did this and they did that. I said, do y'all realize that's what some of us do as far as community activists and stuff like that? It's like we trying to fight to keep things right. And I sit back and I pick with our young people. I ain't playing. It's almost 2 hours on here, and I ain't mean to be that long. But see, I have a tendency, I will pick with our kids. You know, good goddamn why you shouldn't be listening to them. There might be 1,000 of them. Cut it out, blah, blah, even though they doing what they doing. It's to try to say words that will encourage them and motivate them to not do it. Hey Jim, I just happened to see you right there, bro. To not do it, right? But the thing with me, I look back and I can't help it. Because God takes me right back to when I was 3, 4, 5, 10, smoking weed at 11, drinking at 13. When I first turned 13, my cousin gave me a big glass of Thunderbirds, snorting cocaine at 14. Start shooting cocaine and dope at 15. I didn't get clean till I was 30. All my teenage years, I'm running around getting high, trying to hustle and all that too. Started driving tractor trailers at 21. We was one of the biggest weed drug dealers right there near Pennsylvania, folks. I used to share that in meetings. People be like, "I thought I remembered you." I said, "I'm gonna stop." I used to beat people down with baseball bats, carjacks, pistols. I carried all of it. I had to stop sharing that because I didn't know who I might have been hurting, who I hurt. And I'm in the meeting, yeah, man, when I was out there, I was doing it, and I was doing that. Next thing I know, the person that I'd have smacked upside the head with the carjack sitting right there on the front row. "What's up, Willie Watt?" I said, "I'm going to stop sharing that." And I listened to a lot of people that would come into meetings and they start talking about like that lifestyle. And I'm like, stop. Because a lot of us might not remember who we hurt out there, or a family member might be in there. And I'm gonna say this because I used to pick with Keith a lot. What's up, Will? Keith came up to North Avenue. I was gonna say his last name. Keith was sharing in the meetings, and he talking about how he went up North Avenue to kill Big Jimmy, and he ended up shooting Big Jimmy's sister in the arm. I've been knowing Keith for like 5 years at this time, and we cool. You know, I was the one you came up there to kill. That was me. He was like, "Oh my God, it was." He was like, "Yeah." He said, "Where your sister at?" Because he wanted to apologize to my sister because when he shot through the door, it hit my sister in the arm, but it would have, if it wasn't from my sister moving my mother back, it would have shot my mother in the head because my mom was in the wheelchair. So it hit her in the arm. And we was at love you too, man. You know it. You know it. We was at my niece's funeral. We was at the reception. And he seen my sister and he went. He apologized to my sister. See, that's what the program teaches us, you know, to correct our wrongs. See, people don't understand when I talk about stuff like that. I try not today, I try not to live with resentment, anger, and fear. And Jim, if you still right there, this the thing that got me, right? Jim, my man. Jim, I respect you so much, bro. I know I be picking with you, but you like my, cause Jim knows some stuff, right? I'm talking about like history wise. Thank you, God. He know a lot of stuff, which I like I learned from them, mainly when it come to us. Now, what I started seeing, Jim, how religion, they use it to enslave our people. Right now today. Not just religion, but politics. Now, mind you, I did not know. I know I'm out there doing this and I'm doing that, but I did not know that God started calling me to talk about or warn people. You know, it's like you blowing the bullhorn. And that's what I've been doing. And I started realizing in the process of doing what I'm doing, you know, you can get killed because you're talking against or you letting people know a lot of stuff. Now, being a part of Communities United, we will meet just before we go to City Hall, just before we go to Annapolis, just before we go to Congress, or where we go to do a protest, or where we go to do the rally. I might be a speaker there to help them understand why it's so important not to put that bill into or that legislation or policy on the books. How it's important not to do it because it's basically everything they create tends to hurt the low to moderate income people. If I'm making 70, 80, 90,000 a year, I don't need the government like that. It's the people that needs them is your inner city people. That's why everything falling apart. Brandon Scott budget for this year was 4.2 billion. I sat there on March the 11th and I listened to Brandon Scott talk about where that money was going. Never once did he mention in the inner city. And I raised my hand. Because my thing is, I said, we got your back. Because who I'm dealing with, we talking about rehabbing and revitalizing houses. So basically it's for the inner city people. So when I said that, watch this. They politics. We business. You can't mix politics and business. Because business normally get the work done. They can only write the policies. Rather it's to support or to destroy. And I started seeing that. I started realizing it's the people. It ain't done. It ain't done. I ain't mad with Donald Trump. Donald Trump talking a good game. Kamala ain't out there yet, but see, Donald Trump to me, from the era I come, Donald Trump is a thug. He's a corrupt man. But guess what? That's the Joe Biden administration. I said, I guess they gave which name that money. Hey, Andrea, I'm like, I guess they gave Stormy Daniels that money that he went and tricked with. And 9 times out of 10, all the stress that's under him for what he do as a president, he probably don't even get hard no more. I'm 62. I ain't saying I don't get hard no more. Okay. But I have to take Cialis. Cialis helps me to see Brenda, Barbara, Debbie. I'm done. So I can only imagine because of the stuff he do. I wonder, do he ever sleep? And then the sad part about it, he got a family. You don't see him with his son. You don't see him with his wife. It's nothing wrong. I'm just talking. You don't see him But everybody want to praise him. I'm like, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. He's a married man. How he is a living example. I'm 62. I don't want you to just be the president. I want you to walk it, live it. I'm a family man. So I want you to teach me by your actions how to be a better family man, even though I already know. You are an example. I'm not getting that. And I'm listening to a lot of y'all praising this man next to Jesus. 34 felonies. I don't know how many I got on my paperwork because I'm not familiar with all this stuff. That's all I know. I got 17 charges. And guess what they said? This is what they said, right? When I listened to the prosecutor, they charged me with number 15 on the paperwork, and I think assault. So they dropped like 15. But burglary. I said, okay. Burglary. And I think it said assault. Now I got 2 cases. I didn't know. I only had the paperwork on the cases that they gave me on the charges for the young lady. See how they do stuff? I don't have it. I had to read this. I had to find this out. But I don't have no paperwork. They raided my niece's house where I was staying at, looking for some checks, Gucci, wrong glasses. These glasses came from Walmart, 3 in the pack, and a $2,500 watch that I supposed to took from one of my clients. Mind you, I'm working with homeless people. And if they've been homeless for a while, you think they're going to still have that $2,500 watch on? This is what the officer wrote. But anyway, they raided my niece's house looking for it. Tore up everything in the room I was staying in. She said, Uncle Steve, they tore your room up. My paperwork, my office paperwork, everything. They did it to be smart. That's not in the police report. I had to tell my lawyer that. Then one of the guys in 1631 came up dead. Guess who he looked like? Now, guess what? My clients that was in the 2 houses, they put them out. They put homeless people out to be homeless again. And I told the landlord, I'm going to sue your fucking ass. Because you should not have done that. Unless you found somewhere for them to go. He gave them 72 hours. Because they was talking about shutting his house down. I said, no. Because I already know basically what they can do and cannot do, because with Communities United, this is what we do. We fight against housing, and we fight to reduce the police budget. So because of what we do, I know basically some of the things behind the scene, because we get prepared to go out and speak on this stuff. You just don't run out there and call yourself protesting, call yourself doing rallies without, your support team, the people that you with. And it's not to be destructive, it's not to tear stuff up. I spoke on the $15 minimum wage twice, and we got it passed. Once in Baltimore City and once in Annapolis. I was the last speaker. Came out, hit them all. And the reason why I'm sharing it with y'all, right? I'm talking about a black dude ninth grade education, came out in the 10th grade, ninth grade complete, last grade completed, became a tractor trailer driver, made really, 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 really good money, be able to take care of my family. My daughter get ready to start back college to work on her law degree. Who you think gonna help pay the school tuition? My son. Same with him. Who you think gonna pay the help pay the tuition? Boy, my ex-wife ain't gonna do it by herself. You know how proud that makes me feel? And I was watching the picture of the kids, Will. I was like, oh my God, come on, we getting old. But I came out. I didn't have nobody to motivate me and encourage me and push me. You know, my mother was there saying you should do this, do that. But when we came out, it was like a normal thing, like something. So, do you understand in a way why I try to help every little issue I didn't talked about that's going on in the inner city with the school system? You don't educate our kids, guess what? If you don't educate them to the point where they, if they uneducated, a lot of them will become criminals. They feel like they can't get a job, so hustling is the best way to go. Now they going around, and I'm telling y'all, I do not like to hear it, but I hear it. They going around, they sticking people up like crazy. I'm like, then when I was over MTC, the 10 and 11 year olds out there robbing and stealing cars, I'm like, where is my goddamn belt? That's just because I'm old school, right? So I'm thinking, beat the bunko. Beat that little 10 and 11-year-old head. I'm like, where's they getting this from? And I realized when I was out there hustling, I can't say their names, but I had some young boys that would carry the package because we knew they wouldn't get locked up. Winston would get the money. I stood back because it was my stuff. I wasn't in it. And if you came to me and you'd be like, hey, man, can I get something? I'd be like, oh, because I wasn't in the front. That's why I never went to prison. And when they asked me, when I shared my story, and they said, well, I was over, I'm gonna get tough right here. I'm gonna get tough. Will, I'm gonna get tough. Jim, I'm gonna get tough. I'm over the prison moving forward. I'm gonna get tough, right? I'm over the prison. My cousin Copeland too, right? He was like, he was like, yo, what is your longest bid? You know your longest bid. You know, I'm being slick, so I said 87 days. He was like, no, I'm talking about the first time you got locked up. How long was your longest bid? 87 days. I'm 61 years old. He like, this the first time you been locked up? I said, yeah. You know they stopped talking to me because I ain't had no prison story. Now I'm over there talking on the recovery level. I'm talking about changing your life, turning it around, living better, blah, blah, blah. Bro, we ain't trying to hear that. And my cousin ducked me out. I was like, hi, family. But no, he sat over there with the ones that was, still had the same mindset. They would get into conversations, right? And they the biggest liars you ever want to meet. I'm listening to somebody around about, say, 35. And he been in and out of prison ever since he was 6 months. If you listen to them shit, talk about stuff. Someone was at Alcatraz 3 weeks ago. I'm done. I'm using that. I'm done. I'm being dumb on that one. But look, now mind you, I I don't have a prison story. So if they've been getting arrested since they was like 10, 11, 12, stuff like that, they start exaggerating to the point where they would lie to you when they got locked up. It's like if you add it up, and I realized they was making they was doing they did prison time here and there. It might have been 2 years, 3 years, a year or so. But the way they would do it, and you add it up, it's like, wait a minute, you was only 6 years old back during that time. Or you was only 3. But that's how they started. They would just come out and do that. I mean, I'm like, damn. And because of that, I couldn't get into conversations. Because I didn't have no prison story. Now, I could have created something, but they probably would call me, stop playing. We know you ain't nothing like that. No more. OG. And that's how, see, that's how I got along with them, because I'm over here. And the goal is to help them understand you can turn your life around and become better people. And the correctional officers told me, stop trying to encourage and motivate them. Y'all know I'm against that. Stop trying. Blah, 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 blah. And it got to the point, be honest with y'all, I had to shut my mouth. They were starting to put people with me that had some serious mental issues, but they talk with you normally, and we can have great conversation. Next thing you know, they threaten you. I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. I'm like, huh? So, and I think they started setting me up like that. So I had to go to another room. They call it when you're knocking on the door. I was calling it not getting myself in trouble, like getting a prison charge. So they moved me around about 7 times. They started laughing because they would put somebody with me. And it got to the point I was in a room by myself over the prison hospital, where most of the people that's in the room by themselves is in like a padded room. I took my bed with me everywhere I went. My bed went. I rolled my bed and all my stuff. So I'm in this room, private. Now, some people thought something that happened for me to be there, other than like this. It was to be safe. So to me, I'm all right with that because I'm old. So I'm in the room by myself, my bed, my little stuff stuff that I ordered. Back there, you can't order this type of stuff. You can watch a little tablet and all that. Well, anyway, I'm comfortable. Got my little toilet, got my sink, So they come to me, Mr. Copeland, do you want to go back to such and such and such? It's a bunch of guys in there around your age. They trying to put me with the right people so that I won't, because I get loud. So they want to put me with the right people. So now I'm in a room now, 6 of us in a room with guys that's older now. So I feel better. And matter of fact, some of my name. Do y'all know? We got into it. I'm like, wait a minute. I remember you was young on the streets and stuff like that. But I started realizing this. A lot of our people that's running in and out of the prison have some serious mental issues. And they take medication, but they stop taking their medication and they start acting out in a more irresponsible way. So I started telling the guys, look, when we would talk, get back on your medication so it could help balance you back out. I'm watching guys in there, man, who mind running like crazy because of certain things that they did and they don't have no peace. Get back on your meds. Shut up, Mr. Copeland. Everybody I was having decent conversations with, thinking that we cool, and I had to realize you can't go there. It was like you don't really trust each other. You even though we talk and you thinking y'all cool, I was told nope. They flip on you quick. Now I ain't saying everybody. And I started saying the reason why they do it. Because a lot of them that need to be medicated, it's not being medicated. So I'm looking at the prison and I'm thinking that the prison is supposed to rehab you, help you correct your wrongs. That's why they call correctional officers. That's why they call correctional officers. They supposed to help you correct your wrongs. I was listening to Barbara Robinson the other day because she's still working with the prison system, where she was looking for this funding to go in to the prison to bring programs in. I talked with the warden, let her know what I do, who I am. I said once I get this cleared up, if you like, I will come back and I'll help you all around. With programs because we used to do that. But a lot of y'all think I'm this evil, nasty, no good person. So I don't want to portray that added that y'all know how I was acting, right? Unprofessional and everything. I don't want to do it this time. I'm like, God, please help me. I'm going to be more professional-like, but I don't want to lose me. That's what happens with a lot of us, because we compromise our own moral values and principles just to be a part of. I don't want that. I don't want to lose that. And I teach my kids the same thing. Stand firm on your beliefs. They're yours. Sometimes you might have to bend a little bit to be a part of. But see, I did that. When I was out there. I basically ran shit. Excuse my language, but it's like I don't want to do that. So I'm like, God, help me change this. But then when I say stuff like, to thy own self be true. If I don't be me, then I'm lying. If I say stuff like, my talk show, it's about the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So if I start talking about other things that's not the truth, then I'm lying to God. Then when I put up that topic, keeping it real, but I want to come on here and keep it lying, that's not where I'm at. The goal is whatever I say out my mouth. Now, I'm not perfect, but whatever I say, walk it. Walk it. Don't just talk, walk the walk. And that's why I work on keeping it real. As a Christian man, or and I don't look at the religion. That's what I was trying to tell Jimmy. I don't look at the religion. I look at Christ. Rather, he was white, black, it didn't matter from what I read. He was a loving, caring, kind, considerate man. He came to embrace the less fortunate, the homeless, the ones that we tend to turn our back on. That's who I work with, the population. So basically, I'm walking in the walk. Some people just talk the talk, but not actually doing the footwork. So I had to look at my life. That's my love. My love, my compassion. It's emulating his humility. And then not only that, understand. He got angry. he got lonely. The same, because in the human flesh, he went through the same things we've gone through, but guess what? From what I read and what I studied, he didn't act out on it. Now, what I had to learn, the flesh. It's the desires of the flesh. Sometimes my flesh want to do what my flesh want to do. I'm the one that had to tell this no. I'm the one that has to practice some self-control and discipline over this because of this. But it's not to act out on it. You get me? And then some days, some things I want to go do and I'm going to do. That's why I will never let a man or woman, none of y'all, going to tell me towards scripture what I did wrong, because you might get hurt. You ain't got that right. You don't try to turn me down. You don't do that. I did enough of that when I was on the streets. And I don't like it when they do it to other people. I didn't look. When God turned my life around, I didn't come over here. I was an evil, nasty dude out there to be miserable over here. So when I hear pastors now, bishops, Wooden, Geno Jennings, and y'all want to sit back and condemn people and find it in the scripture, and then God showed me the other day why his word is like a two-edged sword. Because people can use the word to condemn you and beat you down. And people can use the word to embrace you. A two-edged sword. And a lot of y'all starting to use it to basically your members is to dominate them, to oppress them. Now you starting to tell people what they need to wear, how they need to dress, what they need to do, and women starting to do it. I'm listening to this man, and he got daughters too, and he calling women whores, and he this and that, and I'm like, huh? And I'm talking about Geno Jennings. Then find out he got a son gay, he got a daughter gay, but you. What about the encouragement, the motivation of helping a person understand no matter what your lifestyle is? Christ love you anyway. And that's what a lot of people know and understand. I feel like this. If you're sexualized, if you're a man and you sleep with another man, and as a single man, and I know my relationship should be more catered to him because sex is only for like marriage. And if you sleeping with a man and I'm stepping outside single, does that make me less of a sinner than you? And you know what people do? Well, see, it's not like that. Because in Leviticus, I'll be like, in who? I wasn't always like this. Well, Paul said, Paul struggled with his flesh too. But yeah, but yeah, he struggled. But guess what? He didn't give up on the ministry. Because a lot of people, because of the shame and guilt, they stopped and walked the other way. Paul didn't. The other apostles, they wasn't without their sinful nature. So I'm like, why is these pastors and stuff starting to get to the point that I'm hearing it more now. It's probably been doing it, but it's just that by me being by myself, I'm just hearing a lot of stuff that I never paid attention to. How they beating people down. And I know it ain't nobody but God wanting me to see this. Because I never really paid attention. My pastor, my bishop, he teaches. He don't preach. He teaches you. He talks about how God worked with them in the first covenant, which is the Old Testament. He talks about how God worked with them in this new way of life, the new covenant. So guess what? When I see scripture, the Old Testament, to me, that was my old way of life. That's my old testimony. The New Testament is my new testimony. And I started saying Bible just as simple. And then I started looking at the prophets, right? And look how God encouraged them and motivated them to go back or share or prophesize about, what's to come. So you look at the Old Testament and you read in the Old Testament and they prophesizing about what's to come in the future, the things that's going on now. And if you prophesize about something, and if it don't come true, then you're a liar, from what I get. Now, it's the old way. I don't live like that no more. A day at a time. So now I use my old experience because God turned it around. So if I'm repeating the same things again, I'll see that old stuff again. And I'll be like, Steve, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. You got to stop, bro. God, please help me. But guess what? When I ask God to help me, if I don't have a desire to let it go, why ask him? Because I'm a struggle. Lord, please take this away from me. Don't pick it up. It won't get in you. Huh? I used to have to tell myself because on the sexual part, if you don't get it up, you can't go put it in them. If you don't get it up, you can't go put it in them. Her, not him. I was saying them, but I was saying him. But I mean her. Just in case y'all say, is he saying him? If you don't pick it up, it can't get in you. If you don't get it up, I can't go like tricking it, whatever. And a lot of y'all know I like them 21 and over. If you don't get it up, because if it get up, I want to find somewhere to put it. Oh Lord, why he talking about that? He gonna be condemned to hell. Your mama. God taught me how to be honest. I've been hearing them condemning a lot of people. I'm like, what? You don't know what. Well, the word said no. Jeremiah said that. Moses said that. Now I look up to see did the Creator Himself write the Bible? Did Jesus write the Bible? From what they understand, right? The only thing that God wrote was the Ten Commandments. Physically. That was the only thing God wrote. From what the scientists, the theologists, or whoever, from what they did their research on. Jesus ain't write not nan word of the Bible. He wrote on the ground. And they don't even, he did a description on the ground, wrote something, and they don't even know what he wrote. That was the only time or thing. But on a personal note, no. But you know what they do? And the Lord said, and the said, and Jesus Christ said in Matthew 4:5, and then what they doing, they saying Jesus Christ in the Old Testament. Jesus Christ wasn't here during that time. Wrote this, wrote that. Do y'all think I like what I'm seeing today? Because it's not that I want to talk against the Bible or anything. No. It's just I'm beginning to wake up about some things. And I'm not saying that the Bible might not. And once again, I'm looking at how people can use stuff to screw us. How people can use stuff to oppress us. And then when I think about, like, when I be hearing people saying they need to wake up, they asleep, they this, they that. Now I'm woke to certain things. That's just the level where I'm at now. I'm awake to certain things. And to me, I have an awesome relationship with God. I'm like, why did you let me see this? I'd rather be still asleep. Why? Why, God? Because I always heard people talk about being oppressed and all this and that, right? I did not know. When that officer did what he did, both of them two white ones, and I started reading up on certain things, that's the way they oppress us. By using their power and authority. And it started with the police report. Started with the fake charges. The judge don't know if it's true or not. They don't know. And I know they don't know. The prosecutor don't know. You know who know the truth? Me and Twan. And the two people that came up there. Did they go looking for them? No. I told my lawyer who they was. I said, that's why he didn't tell him. He know. So everything thrown at me. 61 years old. And I'm going to beat up on a 22-year-old? March 11th. I went down there and I filed charges on him for pushing me on the 10th. I don't want him locked up. I just want him to get the proper treatment that he needs. But if I had to take that route as far as to get him, to get them to divert him over to get evaluated, that's what I wanted. And later that night, 12:45 in the morning, I called the police to see that they find the emergency petition to take him. The same officer that stole it. And this is Baltimore City Police Department, and we trust these suckers. And that's the way I would like to present it. We put our faith and we put our trust in y'all, and look what some of y'all are doing to us. And I know you put your life on the line, but guess what? We put our life on the line when we go out there into the public too. So you're no different. And then I'm sitting there on Pennsylvania Avenue watching them over there, watching people over there killing themselves. So I heard the guy talk about the day that Kamala Harris wanted to do this process of defunding the police department. The reason why they want to defund the police department, because they feel like that other money, whatever unnecessary money, can go back into the community. And I'm listening to this Leo Terrell. That's why Community United, and other nonprofit organizations like that, that civil rights organizations or human rights organizations, they fight certain things where they could get the money to put back into the inner city community. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: I went down Lexington Market, and if they spent $1 billion to make that, we need to smack some people around. That was my first time in there. That place was horrible. But they still got the old one right there. So they might end up, investing back in that. But I'm sitting up here and I'm looking at them. I'm walking around because I'm trying to see what's what. I'm like, what the world? And I am going to have to get off of here. My battery's on. And I'm like, if they spent $1 billion on this spot look horrible as heck. And I'm going to tell y'all, I was gone for a while, and it's not to judge our people. It didn't look right down there. It did not look right. Now, mind you, I'm into doing this, but because I've been, I'm out now, and I'm looking back at it. It didn't look right. I'm talking about what with our people. I said I'll never go down there again. Because I didn't see nothing too exciting that would bring me back, really. Worth going down there. That's just my stuff. But I'm going to get ready, spend almost 3 hours. So I might delete all of this. I might delete it. Because y'all just gave me a chance to really just talk about some things. So I'll probably go ahead and delete it. But anybody I talk to, and if I go to March, back to March the 12th, and share with y'all what happened, you'll see it for yourself. And I'm going to say this to you, Christopher Anderson. I didn't know y'all was watching what was happening to me until you made that statement out your mouth. He gonna get himself locked up. But when we come together to do stuff into the community, I'm there for y'all. Nobody came and supported me. That's why they was able to attack me, because I was all by myself. Not this time. But not just that. You fake, phony Republicans. You can badmouth the Democrats all you want. And I'm not crazy about the Democrats. Don't get it wrong. Because it's politics. But I found out y'all know different. Because right now, y'all don't have the power to actually help the people that need y'all the most. And y'all made me feel like your hearts and minds was where mine was at when it came to the inner city people. And when my voters ticket now, voters registration is Republican. I am not happy with y'all no matter what. Because you know why? Y'all not for the people. You for Donald Trump. And y'all got mad with me because I wasn't kissing his butt like y'all. Tell me I'm lying. I was on the group with y'all. And y'all deliberately, well, if it's like if you're not gonna lick and suck on Donald Trump, we don't want you here. Bye. Don't play with me. It's about the people. So when y'all sit back, oh, Donald this, oh, Donald that, oh, Donald for the black people, Donald for this, Donald for that. Donald Trump is a businessman. He's not a politician. He told y'all that. It's business. Why you think Elon Musk got involved in certain things? It's business for them. He looking at the great job Donald Trump doing with his manipulation and playing the people. I'm like, y'all can't see this? No, because he like a orange Jesus. I'm going to make America great again. One man. Make one man cannot, never make America great again. It's going to take the multitude, and it's going to take the people on the ground to do the work. That's why every time I hear y'all, I be like, stop lying to the American people, because it's going to take the multitude to do the footwork. Whatever policies you put in place, it's going to take the people to help fulfill that. And it starts from the bottom level. If you sitting up here, you living in a $500,000 house or $1 million house, you're an elected official, you're a conservative person, you making over 100,000, 200,000. The state and the government, the state and the federal, you don't rely on them and depend on them like that. So even if the economy changes, it don't really affect your money because you making real good goddamn money. So who do it really affects? So y'all talk that, but some of y'all in positions where it's not hurting you. So who really suffering? And I'm gonna tell you, because I gotta go. Almost 3 hours. That's why I'm gonna delete it. Listen to how people talk. Then you got conservatives who's fighting for conservatives. You got conservatives. Let me say your middle class people, your millionaires, billionaires up there. But you got conservatives. And now the laws are catered more to the conservatives. So once again, what about the underprivileged? And I'm listening to somebody over there and it hit me. See, the goal is to let the disadvantaged, the people that's living in poverty, the people that's living in the abandoned cities, they are the ones that's suffering where that money's supposed to go to build back up in the inner city. When the last time you heard them talk about gentrification? I tell everybody, I said, when you hear that word gentrification, genocide comes with gentrification. Because they can't replace all poor people, and everybody's not black. So that's why even we come together. You got the Democrats doing what they do. You don't hear them knocking the Republicans the way the Republicans knocking the Democrat, right? How are you going to make America great again and y'all can't even come together? Do you pay attention? I'm like, these movement, and I'm going to have to pray real hard because I've been using languages. But and I'm listening, y'all, because I'm like I'm by myself, and God got me sitting in here, and I can't really do the things that I used to do, like get up and run. So either I'm on this all day. I got the movie on over there. I'm on my iPhone. I'm on my iPad, and I'm all through the day. I'm going on all my pages and clearing stuff out, notifications, and sending back messages and blah, 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 blah. But then I gotta talk. I can't do this by myself. So I had to sign up with the ACLU. The goal is to be a part of what they're doing, fighting for the democracy of the people. They got a place out in Owens Mills. So once I'm off of this, for me, I need to surround myself with like-minded people. I'm getting ready to have a phone call Monday night. Because of the community stuff I do, this lady reached out to me. She over in DC. She introduced me to the people that she know. I'm on LinkedIn. Most of them over there are business people. Promoting what I'm doing around in Baltimore City, and some of them know me and some of them beginning to know me. I want a girlfriend. I want somebody that I can hold. I can kiss them. I can love. It's hard to being by myself. But guess what? I don't want to lose me and getting too caught up in her. But I'm tired of being by myself. I want to go to movies. I want to go to dinner. I want to walk through some parks, hold hands. Right now, I don't need nobody playing games. I don't want it. I don't want it. I want to go to nice, fancy restaurants. When I'm feeling kind of spiritually dead inside, I need you to encourage me and motivate me. If you can't do it, I don't want it. I don't want it. You keep moving. I'm there for you, and I know what it takes. I know what all it takes, to please a woman, satisfy a woman. And I'm not talking about sex. Hey, beautiful. Hey, sexy. You smell good, girl. Come here, girl. Come here, get over here. Just saying little stuff, way before we even go to certain areas. It starts with things like that first. So when a woman sent me a message and basically was like, what do you expect in a woman? I was like, I ain't even gonna do it. Number one, please check out my profile. You ain't gotta say where you from, where you at. If you trying to talk with me and you down in North Carolina, you over in Alabama, you in DC, you might not even never come. Cause I ain't traveling. I mean, I'll travel, don't get it wrong. But I'm not moving there. Baltimore City is my home. You in Baltimore City? Want me to meet you down in the harbor, something like that? Yeah, let's go down in the harbor. White Marsh, Arundel Mills, maybe Montgomery. Here come my grandbaby. So I get a lot of females be sending me stuff. I ain't trying to get on your. I'm telling you, I'm gonna delete you. I won't go look at your woo.
I got found a lot of pieces.
And I can't get it.
Dad, you seen the bottom pizza base?
No.
Oh,
What, it was on the floor?
I had took it off. That's that.
And you don't even ask Bell, is it okay? Who's that?
Sarah.
I love it. A lot of times I do this to just help. The woosah.
Oh my god.
Woosah.
Oh my god. It's a wet spot over here on the floor, girl.
What is that in your hand?
Spiders. Spiders that I bought her.
James, no, that look. I thought it was a pie or something. What you stole somebody's food? I mean,
Girl, I done broke off lollipops and bowls and all that shit. I've had bowls and stars and hearts. I was trying to find this and everything, but I broke them all.
pray for me. And the reason why I said, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Hey. Hey, what's going on?
See, my daughter, wait a minute. See, they ducks. I have to let them know when I'm on it. I had to let my daughter them know daddy on this thing because they come.
I don't know what we might say.
No, they know that's what I'm
I
about.
can't find this daggone thing.
I don't see how you lost it because you had it on the floor.
No, it wasn't on there.
That you had it bubbling. Oh, thank y'all. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. And sometimes with that thing, when I'm ready to give up, it's like y'all give me that extra motivation, inspiration-wise, to continue doing it. I was watching Squeaky and them, his 30th anniversary with the Ruth Kirk Center, which he named after his mother. Man, they was partying. And I'm looking at a lot of people I grew up with. And I'm stuck in the house on this box. I'm looking at Cherie Rogers getting pallets of food to give away. And I just can't go and support. Either get some stuff, because sometimes, I mean, they getting totes of stuff to be able to deliver, like to some of these senior citizen bills. I like doing it. But because of this box and the way they got it, hey Sharon, what's up, family? Because of the way they have it, I can't do that. Only thing being on this box, I can go to a doctor's appointment or I can go to my lawyer. But other than that, black man, I feel like I'm a freaking slave. This is on my ankle. It's like the shackles. It's like a shackle. And the lady said, at least you at home. Like, do you know how miserable I be sometimes just sitting here when I can't do nothing? But she right. But did you ask me how do I really feel inside? And guess what? If you read up on this, it will tell you. Because they did a survey like on how certain things affect people. I had to look it up.
But I don't want the marks and stuff like that.
I had to look it up. And I'm only sharing it because this is what I'm experiencing.
Right here.
So I can only share with you how certain things making me feel. And I'm telling you, I'm a powerful, strong man. But what's been happening has been making me, it's been humbling me, but humiliating me compared to how I'm used to being. And I'm starting to get my voice back now. 3 hours. I've been doing it now. But look, I'm starting to get my voice back. It was at a point I wasn't sharing nothing. I wasn't saying nothing. So I'm starting to get the voice back. So because I'm starting to get my voice back, right, what I want to start doing is structuring things a little more better. But then I'm looking on Twitter, no, not YouTube as much, but I'm looking at TikTok. I'm looking at the social media pages where a lot of them have a lot of followers. But basically, what I'm looking at is a lot of them are coming on and on and on. And they doing little things. They acting out. They doing this and they doing that, and they growing and they making money. They not doing. Some of them not doing long 3 hour stuff like this. This is just talk. That's why I said I probably delete it because it's just talk. Because I wouldn't expect for nobody to go and look at this for no goddamn 3 hours. No, I don't. So I want to do small clips when it comes to TikTok and stuff like that. I want to do some of the stuff that I be seeing them doing and acting a certain way to grow.
Look.
But then I'm realizing I'll get a message. Say you pay $63, they guarantee you like 3,500. No, I'm sorry. 35,000 viewers and all that. So I'm like, oh, no wonder I might only get 200, 270, 300 likes on my TikTok stuff. It's what your money paid for. I said, okay, I see what you're doing. And then they want you to go get these apps that's supposed to help you to get 100,000 views to take you over here, right? But I'm not. With people, every time you download something, in order for you to create things or to do better, you pay money for them to open that space up again. And I'm starting to say, okay, we're gonna let you get 300 likes, maybe compliments. We're gonna keep you here for right now. And once in a while, we might let you get 1,000, which is more than that dead. There's more people that's looking at your stuff. But it's like they open up the windows or they open up the door. They open it up for this level. Then they open it up for that level. And that's how people start to make money. By putting in money. And they make money. I said, okay. Okay. But see, this is where I need somebody to actually run this stuff.
I'm about to get it up because if you slip and see it, it's not what's good.
Because I have a website. I'm on Google. So I need somebody to run that stuff. To run my social media pages. Do little special effects on them, keep it live where people be willing to come and participate. Now the service that I offer, and I'm kind of looking at that too, where y'all know I do donations, and I deal with people to give me donations to give back out. So I'm gonna talk with more where we can offer products. Like you might move into a place, but you don't have furniture to furnish that place. Well, I know a couple of places that will help you furnish your place. So basically, I will be promoting your business or advertising your business for you, sending you clients and customers your way. You second chance houses, right? Check it. That's what I'm calling part of my program, because you got some people that's homeless that need landlords. They need landlords, they need private landlords, and they need apartment managers that will work with them for low income housing. Let me try to break it down simple. But I don't want you to use their criminal background, or I don't want you to use their credit scores, or I don't want you to use like if they've been evicted, because people just sometimes you lose your job, stuff happens. So I don't want you to use their background to overcharge them like 2 times, twice security deposit. A lot of people don't have that. They don't have it. So those are the type of people that I'm trying to work with, that will work with our people. And when I say our people, I'm not just talking about black people. Because black people it's not just all black people that reach out to me when it comes to them not wanting to go to a shelter. Or they staying at a hotel and they struggling basically to pay their hotel bill. So I ask them something like this: how much can you actually pay a month? They tell me $1,400, stuff like that. I mean, if I see that's what you can do, that's what you can do, that's what you can do, yes. But for $1,400, $1,200, that's a mortgage to me. But the thing is, if I see that you can actually do that, I'd rather try to get you on something nice now. I'm not gonna send you just anywhere for less. That's just where I'm at. I'm not gonna just live anywhere. And then when you tell me you got a 15 and a 16-year-old, I'm not gonna try to find you nothing in no drug infested place area where there's a good chance your children and you might get hurt. And then if you got a 15 or 16-year-old girl, I wouldn't. And the inner. So to go, or if in the inner, let me make sure I correct that. Put you in a more healthy and productive area in the inner city. So our goal is to build up blocks. And my clients get the first options when you reaching out to me to buy a house. Bree Jones is doing it. Me and her talked about this years ago. She getting money, she getting this, she doing it. Y'all don't hear too much about her. It's a bunch of women that's rehabbing houses. Y'all don't hear a lot about it. No, because I still give out that money for an apartment that you're not mine. If I didn't pay it, it wasn't going to. Some things they just don't want people to know. That's the inner city. Why can't I buy myself a fit? Right, like the shoes. I didn't pay for them that much. I just wanted to have a nice fit to go with tonight. And then I spent my money on a fit for something that was clean. I'm getting home. I got the Dexcom, and I put it on my stomach. The next time I put it over here, but I got the Dexcom, and I be looking at my phone and just to see where my blood at and all that. I ain't got to do the finger stick. It'll let me know when it's running too low. I happened to look at it early today, and it was like 200 or something. Like, how the heck they get 200 or something? I forgot. I had put 4 little French toast things. Am I saying it right? The strips like and the syrup. I said that goddamn syrup, such and stuff. I don't do it every day. I just had a taste for something sweet. When I get a taste for something sweet, like a cake, nice cake with icing, I might go make me a jelly sandwich, peanut butter jelly sandwich, just to cure that sugar taste. But I can't do it all the time. So like I said, thank y'all. I love y'all. It's almost 11 o'clock. And I gotta put something in me. I don't like to eat real late. I try not to eat at a certain time. But I've been on here for a while, so now I gotta go eat. And I really appreciate y'all. I just want us to come together and do what we gotta do to help here. And not just here, if whatever city you in, and if y'all people going through the same things, we just need to come together, y'all. A lot of this killing and shooting and going on in the city. And I'm watching people complaining and they talking about Brandon Scott and them. No, it's not them. A lot of them are y'all kids out there acting the way they act. Cousins, nieces, nephews, grandkids, godkids. Brandon Scott, he can't be everywhere at one time, not even the police. So if the community don't ever come together to work together, hey, all right, I'm gonna love y'all.